the issue with an entrepreneur is you come with an idea, and then it is a series of breaks that you get. So, it's not as if I did something really clever. It was a series of breaks, and you have a sort of a DNA right to the beginning when you start a business. And so the DNA was, I came from as a management trainee in a large organization. So there was this background of being professional. So I had professional managers, so we started on that basis. But the DNA was also the fact that we should employ women, something which would become sustainable in terms of the general society around. When we then started with this business of making eco packaging, one thing led to the other. So it was a series of good fortune. And one of the key moments was during Tony Blair's government, there was an initiative which was called the Courtauld Pact. Now, that was quite a very important milestone, because the government decided to call the CEOs and the chairmen of very large retail outlets in the UK, people like Tesco, Walmart, John Lewis, Marks and Spencer, Asda. These chairmen were asked to reduce plastic bags. And in a very typical British manner, they were given the task of regulating it themselves. So they were told that either the government gets involved, or you regulate yourself. So they decided to reduce plastic bags. And so they said, look, when we are giving away these billions of plastic bags, we need to have a substitute. And that's when they decided to open their counters for reusable, sustainable packaging and bags. And that's where we got the break. So it was a break. We were at the right time at the right place. And then we had to really, we had the ball, and we had to sort of immediately move forward towards the goal and kick it as many times as possible, because the competition I knew would come very fast. So the second step was, at that point in time, do we then start a factory in the UK, which we already have, but to build another factory, because we knew there was a restriction in terms of how cost effective it would be. So we decided to move to South India, where we had some connections. And then to scale it up, we decided to make it very professional, get the best consultants to get the volumes, because we knew that dealing with the likes of Walmart, Tesco's of the world, unless, you may get an order to begin with, but unless you're able to deliver, they are quite ruthless, they are unforgiving. You have to produce quality, you have to deliver on time, you have to produce at a right price. So these were all key moments. So the answer to your question was, it was not just suddenly it happened, it was a series of very good fortunes. We have to take those good fortunes as they come along, otherwise it will come and go. And then the key was the fundamental building blocks was, we decided to have these very professional organization, ethical organization, and a green organization. As you know, I learned to fly when I was much younger. And in flying, we are always taught these acronyms, so we had this acronym called PEG, professional, ethical, and green. And we used a number of those acronyms across the business.